I now like to introduce Michelle Bettino as an Ayurvedic health counselor graduate. She attended her first class with CCA in 2019 and received her Yoga Nidra teacher training certificate. She's been in love with the programs ever since. She completed Principles of Ayurvedic Medicine in December of 2021 and completed her internship December of 2022, as well as CCA's Ayurvedic massage and bliss therapy course. Michelle is currently serving as a registered yoga teacher at the Ayurvedic health counselor nearby in Modesto. It's Michelle's joy to help others find their own personal and profound journey in yoga by specializing in one-on-one private yoga sessions. Michelle, we're so looking forward to hearing from you.
Graduates, congratulations on reaching this goal. I'm Michelle Bettino, AHC, and it's such an honor to be asked to speak to you today. I'm here to share with you some of the most life-impacting wisdom that I gained through PAM and then my internship. Then I'd like to offer a bit of advice as we move on to our future as Ayurvedic practitioners. If any of what I say inspires you, feel free to take it in and use it up. The main thing that I learned is that the process of learning yields as much value as the subject matter. As I'm sure you've experienced, as we learn and practice the principles of Ayurveda and begin holding ourselves accountable, we develop a keener self-awareness. It's like holding a mirror up to ourselves. We have to confront the things that we do that create disharmony. When I began teaching people how to hold themselves accountable, I witnessed a whole slew of ways that we run from ourselves. I expect that most of us had what I'll call a wake-up moment during our program. Mine came 2 weeks into my internship. I remember those really intense weeks trying to work with all this new paperwork, learn all the rules. I was emailing back and forth with my supervisor, Kelsey Page, with question after question. I felt so inundated, and in my angst, one of my emails led with the subject line in all capital letters. The first line of her response read, "You should be careful with your tone." I closed the email immediately. I was floored. I couldn't read it for 24 hours. I started thinking, oh my God, I made my supervisor mad. I'm going to have to quit the program. I was in a panic. I had to talk myself into opening and reading that email. Okay, Michelle, they want you to succeed. They don't want you to drop out. They've got your back. When I did read the rest of the email, the tone was completely different. It was not what I thought it was originally. She answered all my questions, and at the end, she wrote, "You're doing great, Michelle. Keep it up." I cried hard. And that's when it really dawned on me the kind of pressure that I put on myself. My biggest revelation in the program came from that encounter, that before I could meet my patients halfway, I had to meet myself halfway. It begins with me. It begins with us. We all have our backstories. We've all stumbled our way up mountains to get to this point. I personally went through divorce, menopause with wicked hot flashes. I moved out of my house of over 20 years and moved in with a roommate who has dogs, and I'm not a fan of dogs. Along with rebuilding my yoga business into an Ayurvedic practice, I was put to the task of educating my entire community on what Ayurveda is and why they needed it. It's not an exaggeration to say that in the past 20 months, everything about my life shifted significantly. So if you take one thing away from me today, it's this: make space for yourself to do the practice. Ayurveda, it's the wisdom of life. It's all real, 100% true. Use it. What's next for me? I know I'll be practicing Ayurveda for the rest of my life. I can't imagine having this wisdom and then abandoning it. I want to bring the true healing of Ayurveda to Modesto and then the world. Maybe someday I'll open a clinic in my hometown of Burlington, New Jersey, or maybe someday I'll be able to serve as an employee of CCA. I can't say where my Dharma will take me. I can only pray that my path continues to unfold before me and I have the courage to walk it. Thank you, Dr. Halpern, for the wisdom. And with that, I want to reiterate my congratulations, fellow Ayurvedic practitioners. I wish all of us not the easiest road ahead, but the most fulfilling path. Thank you. Good luck. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Michelle, for sharing, and have no doubt you're changing the world already. Thank you.